mid-February, so I'm sure you're asking yourself, Gabby, how is your reading goal going for the year? And I'm happy to report that it's going really, really well. I've actually already finished 16 books. 13 of those books were Diary of a Wimpy Kid books. I am literally in the worst slump of my life. Like, actually, I don't remember the last time my reading slump was this bad. I've been trying to pick up different genres and what have you, do audiobook, do physical book, do Kindle. Nothing is hitting. Literally nothing is hitting. So I've been rereading the entire Diary of a Wimpy Kid series. I stopped around book 8 or 9 when I was little, and now I'm just going through the whole thing. He is releasing book number 21 in October, so I'm reading 1 or 2 a day at this rate, and I will definitely be sat for that release, I'm not even gonna lie. Anyways, this week and next week, I am supposed to be doing overnights. Overnights literally kill me. They're the actual death of me, and I hate them, but it's fine. I usually have about roughly 4 hours of downtime on an overnight, and I think we should start trying to read something new, something that inspires us, something that is like picking our spark back up. You know what I'm saying? So one thing that I did think about reading was The Hunger Games, because having a reread of a book that I already know that I love is so helpful to me. And last night I was literally scrolling in bed looking at Hunger Games edits for an hour. But I don't like bringing a physical book to work with me. I usually try to stay on my Kindle. So I don't know. I do not know yet what I'm going to pick up, but I wanted to get this video started. I don't know what this is going to be. Trying to come out of a slump, I guess, is what this video is. And one that I'm really, really thinking of is the Boys of Tommen series, because that was just announced that it's getting an adaptation. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited for that. So whatever. We're really trying to get our lives together again. I guess this is kind of trying to get out of a slump, but I think it's also just going to be kind of a general vlog, and we'll see, because I need to get something uploaded. I need to get something done. But when you're reading only children's books, it's kind of hard to make content based around that. So I'm gonna go to work tonight, and then I will update in the morning with what I end up picking up, what ends up happening. I've been reading Heated Rivalry, which I've been enjoying when I read it. I'm just having the hardest time getting myself to actually read it. And I've been reading Quicksilver. What's the second book called? Brimstone. I've been reading Brimstone, which is the second book to Quicksilver. And I've been enjoying that one too, but I don't know, nothing's just fitting my vibe. And I'm crashing out about it. I'm so close to just losing my mind, because I just can't read right now. I just can't. And it's like, girl, what is happening? Like, I just don't know what's happening. So anyways, all this to say, let's lock in. Let's have a little fun vlog. Let's see what we get done at work tonight. Pray that it's a good shift, because night shift can go one of 2 ways. And yeah. Okay, so here is my little update. Since I have last recorded, I've finished 3 Diary of a Wimpy Kid books. Yeah, I don't know what's going on or what's happening in my brain right now. I'm very overwhelmed with life. I had a very, very stressful week last week. It was really bad. So we're just trying to get the ball rolling here. I did finish an audiobook last night. I finished Anatomy of an Alibi, and this was so fun. I think it would have been more enjoyable if I had actually read it, because there's so many characters and so many storylines that sometimes I'm like, wait, who just did that? And I get a little confused. You have multiple point of views. But the actual story was really fun. I was really invested and intrigued to see where it was going. And I don't know. Once you kind of find out the truth, it's like, you find out the truth, I want to say like 75% through. I know Audible doesn't show percentages, and that's so annoying. But you find out the truth, and then it's kind of like all that anticipation is kind of done. And then once you find out who committed the main murder that starts like in the very beginning, it's kind of like, no offense, who even was this guy? I think it was fun still. I enjoyed myself. I don't really know. That's all I have to say. I'd probably give it like a 3.5 star. I would recommend it, definitely, but it wasn't really the greatest thriller I've ever read, so I don't know. I also liked how on the audiobook, they're all from the South and the narrators had accents. I thought that was so fun. They're little Southern accents. Last night, I couldn't sleep and I was sitting in bed, so I'm like, let me at least start another audiobook. So I started My Husband's Wife by Alice Feeney. This is her newest release. Oh my goodness. It's so good. I have literally no idea what's going on. Well, like, I know what's going on, but I don't know where it's going literally at all right now. It's kind of giving like magical realism, but in a thriller. I don't really know. I have no idea where the plot is going, but it's so fun and I'm so intrigued. I'm so invested. I'm trying to use today to get my life together. So let's try to do that. I think I want to do a little face mask. You know what just came in the mail, actually? My new Rode face mask just came in, and this is the Caffeine Reset. Rode sponsor me. I cannot wait to try this. I've been dying for the perfect time to. So I think now would be a good time. We're going to try the face mask, and then let's have a little look at the state of my room. When I tell you it's bad, I mean it's bad, babe. It's bad. I had so many plans in January to do a lot of deep cleaning in my room, in my car, in my life in general. And then I got the flu and I was down so bad. Everything just took the back burner. So yeah, this past weekend was Valentine's Day. It was so fun. Jordan and I went out to this absolutely amazing dinner. All the food was delicious. The vibes were so high. I had the best espresso martini I've quite literally ever had in my life. It was just made to perfection. It was so good. We had such a good night. And he also got me a little gift that's supposed to be coming in the mail soon. He got me the Skims pajama set that I've been really wanting. So I'm excited for that. I have so many things coming up. I'm just trying to like stay hopeful and like push myself forward. We have my birthday next month. I also have to get surgery next month, right after my birthday. But then in May, I got Don Toliver tickets. I'm so excited for that. And then July is just gonna be like jam-packed. So we have Madison Beer. We have James Taylor, which is an artist that my parents really love, and we're making a whole little family vacation out of it over the 4th of July. It's gonna be really fun. I have all 3 Ariana Grande tickets. Or concerts, I should say. And then now, Tame Impala with Joe opening. Oh my goodness. Tickets just got announced. Pre-sales tomorrow. I'm going ham. I already convinced my boyfriend. I'm like, we have to go to this concert. And then we were listening to some Tame Impala music. He loves Tame Impala. We were listening to one song and I turned around like, we just have to go to the concert. He's like, you're right. We really do. So that to look forward to as well. I completely forgot. I also have the Heated Rival Rave tickets later this month, so that's gonna be fun too. And my sister just sent me a link to an event going on in Boston this week where RF Kwong is doing a little Q&A, I guess, a sit and chat, and they're talking about someone else's book. I can't remember what author it was. I wanted to go so bad. She just sent me the link this morning and I looked and tickets were sold out. So yeah. Anyways, if you couldn't tell, I've been so busy. Plus, I have been working overnights. Last week I worked overnights. I work overnights this week. I'm back on days and then I'm back on overnights. So there's just been so much going on. So much. I've been so busy. So I think what we are going to do now, let's take a little look at the state of my room, as I said. Here is what my room is looking like literally what is happening over here. My bed is unmade, obviously. And then all of the stuff from under my bed is just like coming out for some reason. This is literally all clean laundry. It's stocked in my laundry basket, but it's all clean because I made myself do laundry. I don't even know what's going on over here. And then this is dirty laundry because my basket is over here, obviously. So the main thing is we need to put these away. Yeah, I don't even know. This is the dress I wore for Valentine's Day. We are overwhelmed, overstressed. There's a lot going on. So now we will listen to My Husband's Wife by Alice Feeney. We'll put the audiobook on. I'm going to wash my face. We're going to put the face mask on. We're going to put the audiobook on, and we are just going to lock in. And we're going to grind. And we're going to clean. We're going to get our lives together, feel fresh and new, open the blinds, get some light in here. And then maybe I'll even go to the gym tonight. Maybe that's pushing it, but we'll see. And I will update when I have an update. I don't even know because this vlog is a mess. So, yeah. Okay, so here is my update since last night. I have finished 2 Diary of a Wimpy Kids books, which means I am now on book number 19. There are currently only 20 books in the series. As I said earlier, the 21st book comes out in October. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself when I'm done with this series. It's just so like fun, silly, goofy, following this middle school boy who is just like, you see his actions through every single story and you're like, okay, I see the logic, and then it just goes so completely wrong for him every single time. And it's just fun, it's just silly, it's just like, oh my goodness, it's so typical middle school boy, and I'm really enjoying every story. I will say something that I've noticed is like, I think the stories become a little bit of a stretch as time has gone on. They've gotten a little bit much trying to come up with new plot points, but also when you are 20 books deep into a kid's series, valid. So, anyways, I also finished My Husband's Wife by Alice Feeney last night on audio, and I enjoyed this book. The thing about thrillers, I feel the same way about Anatomy of an Alibi, which I also just read the other day. I think when you get to a point where it's so twisty that you're just like, okay, actually, where did any of this plot line come from? Who is this person? How did they come into play? Like, it's like, obviously, I like when a story is unpredictable in the way that, like, you've shown me different plot points and I still am so dumb that I didn't put them together. But when you're just like, okay, actually now we're in the last 75% of the book, here's this random character who has not had anything to do with anything, and they are going to be like the main culprit all along. It's like, okay, well, obviously I couldn't guess that because I didn't even know this character existed until 5 minutes ago. You know what I mean? But I think it's more fun when you're so engrossed in a story, especially a thriller, that the twist really hits you. Even as someone who tends to like read between the lines and pick up on cues from authors a lot, that's when a thriller is really good to me personally, when you like truly do not see it coming. So yes, on both books. Did I see the ending coming? No. Did I have the opportunity to? Also not really. So I don't even know if I explained what Anatomy of an Alibi is really about, but we follow 2 people. One is this wife, and she hires this girl, who we also follow, to pretend to be her for a weekend. And because her husband tracks her, and she wants her to take her phone, her credit cards, and go pretend to be her so that her location looks like she's somewhere else. After the girl pretending to be her comes back, she realizes this woman's husband has been murdered. Nobody knows if it's the wife, if it is the husband's law partner, all these things. Then you find out that the husband was actually involved in a lot of cover-ups and, you know, doing some dirty law business. I don't really know. And it's like, okay. Then all these other people get involved. Long story short, this guy's in prison, but people think he was wrongfully imprisoned. This guy is dead. Nobody can figure out what he was really doing or involved in. I don't know. And I'm not going to spoil the end in case you want to read it. But again, like, some parts, one twist made sense, but another twist was like, just, who even is this guy? I haven't heard of this guy before now. Anyways. Sorry, I mean, I guess that's a spoiler. But then, My husband's wife was the same way. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, I mean, kind of, in a sense. There's one character that comes in, you're like, how is this person even involved in any of this? So basically, this woman, Eden, is out on a run. She's just moved into her dream home, and she's out on a run. She has like a big art event that night in town, and she gets back to her house after her run. She puts her key in the door, and it's not opening, and she's like, what the heck? So she starts banging on the door. She thinks her husband's home. This other woman opens the door and is like, who are you? And she's like, I'm Eden and I own this house. Who are you? What are you doing in my house? And then the other woman's like, I'm Eden and this is my house. So she starts calling for her husband because she doesn't have her phone on her. The husband comes to the door and he's like, who are you, crazy lady? Like, get off my porch. So this lady thinks she's like losing her mind. All these townspeople are like, we have no idea who you are, lady. Like, Eden lives in that house and we've seen her and we know her. Literally, who are you? So she thinks she's losing her mind. Then we also start following Olivia. She has inherited her grandmother's house and she finds this little letter. She just found out she has cancer and she finds this letter in her grandmother's house that is like, we can predict your death day. And she's like, I think I want to do that because I just found out I have cancer. So then she goes and does it. She finds out her death day. She's like, you know what? I know how much time I have left. I'm going to go move to this little town and be a detective. So that's what she does. She comes in and she's like, the woman who was out on the run in the first place ends up dead. And she's like, oh my gosh, like, I have to solve this murder. Like, I have to figure out what's going on. Like, da-da-da-da. What have you? And then there's a lot of things that are just revealed that you're like, what the heck? They, like, have a daughter who was in an accident. There's, like, a lot that goes on. I don't know what's spoiler-ish and what's not. But one thing that irked me about this book, I don't know if it was trying to promote AI or not. This is such a rant. I hate AI. I'm the biggest AI hater. And I'm like, especially as someone with a degree in science, now you're telling me this smart genius man is saying he uses AI for his pharmaceutical tech company. Gross. Literally gross. I hate AI. I don't want to read about AI. I just don't. Why was it brought up so many times? Why did they mention AI so many times? I don't know. I've yet to figure that out. But then one of the main messages in the book, in a roundabout way, there's this whole rant about how bad technology is, how bad social media is, da-da-da-da. So I'm like, so then why are you bringing up AI so many times? If you're telling me how bad social media is and how bad technology is and what have you, why are you talking about AI so much? And yeah, and then this random character comes out of nowhere and is like, actually, I'm involved in all this. And you're like, who even are you? It was like, everybody's pretending to be each other. It was very, very confusing in some senses. And again, both stories, did I predict the ending? No. Did I have the opportunity? Also no. And that's just not really my kind of thing in a thriller. I think they're fun. They're high-paced. I obviously got through them very, very quickly, and I was anticipating the ending. But yeah, fell a little flat in that area. Moving on. This vlog is not going to last all month long, but currently I am about to settle in and start Alchemized by Sen Lin Yu. I've started this a few times and I've gotten 100 pages in and I just can't do it to myself every single time. I think seeing it in the physical copy is like so intimidating, but I bought my sister a copy of this book and now we are going to buddy read it. So I'm going to start this. I think I need to get to chapter 18, which is about 250 pages in. So we're gonna start tonight. I do work overnights again this week, and I think we'll probably just end this vlog at the end of the week. I don't even know what we're gonna call this. Reading slump vlog? Crazy girl rant at you for 20 minutes vlog? I don't really know. So yeah, I wish we could have snuck maybe a romance in, but I know if I pick up a romance, something that I started in my Valentine's vlog before I scrapped it was Heated Rivalry. I am 50% into it. I was really, really enjoying it. I just could not get myself to pick it up. Haha. So anyways, also not having the Kindle version when I work overnights is so hard because I'm sorry, I don't want everyone to know I'm reading Heated Rivalry at work. So I have the Kindle version of Alchemized. It was on sale for like $2. So I think we should just start this and get cozy. My YouTube isn't really working, but we'll try to put some ambiance on, refill our water bottle, and start Alchemized because Bella, my sister, is also starting it tonight. And again, our buddy read is planned to be over the course of the whole month. So this vlog is not lasting a month. You will not see me finish Alchemized, most likely, but we'll see how far we get into it by the end of this week. And yeah, it has been a few days, but like, girl, it's time to wrap this video up. I have a few updates for you. First of all, I want to say I have hair oil in and I'm about to shower, so I'm wearing my Minion t-shirt. Anyways, we did get some reading done and I'm feeling pretty proud of myself. So we did actually finish a book. Even though I haven't really been vlogging it at all, everything's just a mess, if you couldn't tell from the whole premise of this video. I finished Heated Rivalry by Rachel Reed. Was this the most literature, insightful, mind-blowing read of all time? Definitely not. Did I have fun? I did, actually. I'm really, really happy that I read this. I cried so hard at the epilogue. Oh my goodness. I was at work and I was sitting there and I was just like tears streaming down my face and I'm like, oh my God. It's like the middle of the night and I was crying. I don't even know. I think so much of this book is smut, and then it's not really until towards the end that you really get plot and invested in the story and less of the smut, and you're like, okay, this is actually leading somewhere. And I think that was kind of fun, to be honest. I'm not really someone who enjoys smut in general, especially in excess, which in this book it definitely is. I don't know if I like having watched the show first. I think that kind of gave me more of a vibe of their chemistry. I think it was more enjoyable and kind of easier to get through so much of the smut because I watched the show first and I was like, okay, I kind of know where this is going. I know how this ends in a sense, and I really enjoy that. So it kind of helped me look forward to the end of the story and power through it, even though I'm not someone who loves smut. But I do love hockey. I think even the parts, I feel like I'm saying that there's a lot of smut in the beginning, and there definitely is, but there is some plot parts that are so just fun and enjoyable. I think it was a really easy read, really mindless, which is really something that I needed. We didn't even kiss. Oh my God, destroyed me. Actually, when I read that, I cried. Like, oh my God, it destroyed me in the show and it destroyed me in the book. I am actually looking forward to reading more about Shane and Ilya because the book was fun. I can't lie, the book was so fun. I hope that the next book is a little less smutty because it's supposed to be more relationship centered and less kind of them hooking up, like just a casual hookup. So I am hoping for that, but I thought it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. And it was kind of easy while I was in a slump to have this image of what was going on in my mind because I already watched the show. Overall, I think for me, it's gonna be about a 4-star, solely because I love Shane and Ilya. I think they're so cute in the show and in the book. And even though it's, I don't know. There's a lot of conflict that I can't really find the words to express myself with surrounding the story. I know there's a lot of conflict in general in the LGBTQ community around this TV show. It just does feel real. It just does feel like something I think that could actually happen because there are no out men in the NHL. And, you know, their kind of secretness combined with the hockey, combined with the story in Russia, all the things going on, all the things, the competitiveness. It was just so fun. I think it was fun, honestly. And if I like a trashy read sometimes, like, who can blame me? Honestly, I'm reading for my enjoyment, so that's all I'm going to say about that. I do want to add that I picked up And Now Back to You today. I'm so excited to get to this. I love B.K. Borson. I already know this is going to be a great read. But I did start Alchemized. I'm only 70 pages into this. but I'm really enjoying it. It's just so detailed, it's so thorough. There's a lot of thinking that you have to do while reading it. You can't just kind of, sometimes when I read, I'll sit there and be reading and I'll low-key be thinking about other things in the back of my mind, but still kind of know what's going on. But this, you can't do that at all. You literally have to go back and be like, okay, I have to read every single sentence and I have to picture it in my mind and I have to comprehend all the way through. So it's been a little bit difficult, I won't lie, but the writing is beautiful. Of course, we already knew. It's also been, I can't lie, a little bit difficult in my mind knowing that this was a Harry Potter fanfiction first, kind of thinking, okay, who is this character supposed to be? How is this supposed to correlate to the Harry Potter universe? So I've been trying to really get stricter and stop myself from thinking like that and be like, just enjoy the story for what it is and on its own. I think I'm finally kind of to that point, but the first 2 chapters, that was pretty difficult, I'm not gonna lie. And now that the story is kind of really picking up and taking its own form, it's a lot easier to separate the two, I think. That is all I have for you today. I know it was chaotic. I know it was a lot. I've been dealing with a lot. My stress levels are through the roof, so hopefully this week will be better. Here's to it. I do have my next video planned. I think we're gonna start that tonight, actually. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and let me know if I should do more vlogs in the future like this, just however chaotic. Get some content out regardless, and I'll see you next time.